Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor, and we'll move on with our priority missions here. We've gone about, I think, done about half of them so far, so we'll move on to the Discordant Choir. A leaked report from a planetary governor indicates a disturbingly large number of psychers amongst the populace. Since the report contained names and addresses, there have been several lynchings and riots. The situation is threatening to escalate very soon, and considering the large number of psychers suggested by the report, this could turn into a potential catastrophe. Order must be restored. Alright, see what we can do here. A leaked report. Yep, already read that. Have the psychers rounded up an investigation reason for the rise in the numbers. Where do you want to start? Oversee the Arbites' efforts to round up the exposed psychic individuals. Examine the bodies of the lynched. Find out who leaked the report. Find out who leaked the report, I guess. That seems like some inquisitorial shit. Tracking down the cogitator station with the leak originated was a relatively straightforward matter. However, the administrative official on the post has been found murdered. Agents are now combing through his recent activities looking for leads. The situation is growing troublesome. Our agents have been ambushed by an unknown militia. Most of them, we lost them, but their local Arbites escort still needs rescue. They might have information on what the agents found. Alright. Rescue Urban Gang. Agents dispatched to follow up on the source of the leaked documents have been ambushed by unknown militants. Whether they are still alive or is unknown at the moment, but their Arbites escorts are pinned down. Orders: rescue all survivors. Yeah, they're all the same units in these maps.
Transfer complete. Teleportarium locked down. As far as I know, all the Imperials who asked for immediate help have been found. I fed the coordinates to your tactical sensorium. Save as many of these unfortunate devils as you can. But for what greater or darker purpose, I wonder.
Which way do I want to go? I guess let's do... I don't know how I want to do this, actually. Let's just run up here, I guess, and then we'll run to the other side and then up.
The survivors are now under your command, but you have more to save.
Ready to fight.
I'm trying to protect you.
Loading. Take it like a man, Guardsman!
Get out of the fire, you dumbasses.
Kill the Imperial scum!
These ones are lucky to be alive. There is more that need your help.
Ready, charge! Eye for the Emperor! Full charge! Charge! For the Emperor! Imperial Star! At your command.
All survivors are in your custody. Initiate exfiltration protocols.
You'll never take me along! Charge, I say!
Good job. I thought the Inquisitors were less proficient at saving things, but I stand corrected.
That's such a weird thing to say. I mean, I understand the implication we're better at killing things, but still kind of a weird thing. The surviving Arbites have been extracted. Unfortunately, the Ordo's agents have all died during the ambush, and the circumstances are rather suspicious. The rescued officers claim that the Ordo's agents sent their escorts away and entered the hostile territory without backup. However, this would have been against operational regulations and therefore unlikely. The picture we have pieced together from the Vox transmission logs and eyewitnesses' reports is rather sketchy, but several details point to sabotage. It seems that certain elements along the Arbites are trying to prevent us from learning the truth about these psychers. Unfortunately, sanctions will have to wait as we have a more immediate problem. Which is what? An Arbites contingent has finally managed to be rounded up, a significant number of alleged psychers, but their temporary encampment has come under attack by a rogue Astra Militarum regiment. They have the numbers to hold the ground against the infantry attack, but the traitors are bombarding the site with artillery. Immediate assistance is needed. Orders neutralize the enemy cannon. Alright, I can do that. Looks like we're gonna have some mechanized guys that we're gonna be fighting.
Your sensorium feed is up and running. Target coordinates decanted. Excuse my high gothic, but someone must be really desperate or mad to send an Inquisitor to take out field artillery units. Take care down there.
here. Why can I not deactivate this? What the frick? Is that guy really stopping me? Yeah, he was.
Hostile unit down. Rinse and repeat. In the name of the Emperor, of course.
Crap over here.
Kill confirmed. Target offline.
Saw a chest, so I guess I'm going over there now.
No more primary targets on my Argus scans. Well done. Stand by for extraction.
We have successfully intervened and most subjects survived. Preliminary examination show that there are no actual psychers amongst the detainees, at least none that could be considered a danger. The authenticity of the entire report is very much questionable at this point. It turns out the commander of the Rogue Regiment was a known maverick and a zealot. He apparently received an inflammatory message from an anonymous source with the location of the Arbites encampment enclosed. In other words, someone manipulated him into an attempt to destroy evidence about the report's fraudulent nature. It is now clear that the whole Psyker report is a fabrication and the leak was deliberate. The purpose of the misinformation remains unknown, but it is undeniably entices violence potentially on a larger scale. It is highly likely that there is a sinister plan at work, which means we have to act immediately. The question is how to gain intel on the enemy such as the advantage. Leak information about the fictional heretic whistleblower and his whereabouts to try to lure out conspirators. Wait for this situation to develop further and act when more information is available. Arrest all subjects potentially involved in the matter. Let's whistleblower, because these people don't trust each other. Although the agents assigned to the task have done their duty, ultimately it was a wasted effort. Damn it! The conspirators have evidently gone to ground and did not respond to our lure. In hindsight, we may have underestimated our enemies and their resolve. Minor progress only, yeah. It would have been foolish to think that they would have given up their plans. We may have lost our chance to get ahead of the trouble, so now we have to be ready for anything. Fuck. The case has finally moved forward, but not in a good way ultimately. The conspirators have come out of hiding and started a massacre. They managed to create a localized warp breach, letting the minions of chaos through. The incident is small enough to contain, but we have to act without delay. Shit. Here I thought, oh, they're not going to trust each other. They'll think each other are betrayed. Nope. Big old fail.
This looks bad. Our navigator has gone half mad from the warp anomalies. We've detected several warp rifts in the area. The veil between the real space and the immaterium is fading. We have to stop this madness.
Everybody come get me.
One less gateway into the madness.
Recoil on thieves.
We are still detecting signs of demonic presence. Go to the next rift.
I'm going.
We were on the verge of a cataclysm, but the day is saved. It's time to open a bottle of Amasek. You deserve it.
That was a close call, but the greater catastrophe has been averted. A large number of conspirators have been exterminated at the site, but the rest are being hunted down by the Arbites formations, eager to reaffirm their loyalty to the throne. There has been another sudden turn of events. The Imperial Purgation Fleet has just arrived in orbit, following the apparent request to conduct a large-scale purge on the planet. The situation then turned even worse. As we were about to gain control over the fleet using our inquisitorial warrants, the flagship was boarded and taken over by unknown forces. Communication was lost, and the sensors indicate the ship's batteries are preparing for an orbital strike. That doesn't sound good. Sketchy Vox transmissions from the Imperial cruiser indicate the assailants are none other than the traitors of the Alpha Legion. Man, it's always the Alpha Legion, isn't it? If they manage to gain control over the board, they can unleash devastation on the planet. Our only chance is to sabotage the cogitator network of the ship, board the ship, and upload scrap code to cripple the battery control systems.
Intelligence assets report several vulnerable cogitator stations in the area. Exact locations unknown. Tech priests predict moderate hostile presence.
Attack. Time to leave this lovely place. Done. The stench will go away that
Everybody just keep shooting.
Access.
Snipers are coming after me.
Binaric extraction complete. The harvested data is secure. Injecting purge protocols to compromised node. Locate next station. Access.
Data transfer complete. Terminating access. We've got a good deal of information, but there's more. Locate other cogitator stations. Point of entry. Objectives are met. All data sermons are now in Inquisitorial custody. Praise the Omnisire.
Alright. We gained control of the flagship in the last minute. The Alpha Legion forces have been purged and the situation was neutralized. Final words. The puzzle is now more or less complete. The heretical elements of the government have created a false report about a number of psychers in the populace in an effort to cause violence. The ultimate goal was no doubt the creation of the major warp breach. It is not clear yet whether the whole thing was conceived by the Alpha Legion or if they simply seized an opportunity that presented itself. Senior agents of the Inquisition are now assigned to the investigation of this aspect, and they are also rooting out the remaining heretics in the higher echelons of the planetary government. Alright, still nothing interesting there. Alright, Occult Siege. A covert base belonging to the Holy Ordos is under attack by a group of Chaos Space Marines and cultists. The base is the site of a critical Ordo experiment and must be protected at all costs. It is now your holy duty to repel and destroy the attackers. A covert base belonging to the Holy Ordos is under attack. Yeah. We already read that. Yep. Organize the defense of the outpost. The situation on the base upon your arrival is desperate. The defensive measures are bordering on incompetence. Immediate action is required. Have the guilty officers apprehended and executed. Rally the defense forces by personal example. Replace the officers and reorganize the command structure. Sounds like it's a total incompetence. Replace the officers and reorganize the command structure. Reorganize the command structure is not a simple matter. Even in the best conditions, it is questionable whether the attempt was worth it or just made things worse. Fortunately, it appears that we have some time to make the necessary adjustments. The situation did not deteriorate further, but the collateral damage is higher. The situation is dire, but the Chaos Forces have delayed their assault for some reason. They might be waiting for more Chaos Marines to arrive. Nevertheless, it gives us time to prepare and make necessary adjustments concerning the weaknesses of the defenses. Early during the siege, cultists overran an outlying section of the outpost and infected our cogitator network with scrap code, but we need to shut down the infected terminals locally. Orders. Enter the side wing and shut down all terminals. Looks like corn boys. There's gonna be a lot of flames thrown our way.
Intelligence assets report several vulnerable cogitator stations in the area. Exact locations unknown. Tech priests predict moderate hostile presence.
Die, unclean!
Keep moving out.
Gas. Hope the filtering biotics won't fail.
Alright.
I wonder what this machine...
Point of entry.
Kill the heretic!
Binaric extraction complete. The harvested data is secure. Injecting purge protocols to compromised node. Locate next station.
Die, unclean!
Chunky.
I would rather have...
Point of entry. Binaric extraction complete. The harvested data is secure. Injecting purge protocols to compromised node. Locate next station.
These guys are so slow. It's like the objective's already been taken
Reloading.
before they even get there.
access. Transfer complete. Initiating noospheric data entombment. Mission is a success. End of log.
Oh, there was a chest right there. I didn't see it until the very last second. Fuck. Oh, well. But speaking that I'm bankrupt, I really need to get some items to sell. The scrap code deleted. With the scrap code deleted, our command structure has been stabilized. All equipment and critical importance has also been secured. For the time being, the chances of successful defense operations have increased slightly. It seems the main assault of the Chaos Force is still not coming. However, smaller forces continue to probe our perimeter defenses. We can't rest just yet. Alright. A secondary facility has been located by the cultists. The structure itself is not vital, but a key member of the personnel have been trapped there. That's kind of a cool thing. We cannot afford to lose him. Mount a prompt rescue mission. Oh, this could be a son of a bitch. These can be difficult, especially against these corn boys, because they just lob fire grenades, and then our guys just stand in there and get burned alive.
Sensory stimuli link has been established. Subject in severe distress identified. Hostiles are attempting forced entry to the vault where subject is located. Vault integrity compromised. Termination is imminent without inquisitorial assistance.
Let's move up and see if we can find some chests up here. No, doesn't look like it. Alright, pull back.
The blast door, keeping the asset safe, is about to suffer catastrophic structural failure. Increase relocation rate. Objective met. Transport the specimen to the marked coordinates for evacuation.
That was weird. There was things inside here already. Come on, get over here.
Extraction successful. Blessed be the Deus Mechanicus. The asset is secure and be...
The tech priest is successfully evacuated. That wasn't a tech priest. He was able to shore up the flaws in some of the automated defenses just in time as the main chaos assault seems to be finally inbound. The cultists and chaos marines are marching forward towards our gates. We must prepare ourselves for the true test of this engagement. The hounds of chaos are coming, there's no doubt, and this will be decisive action that determines the fate of the outpost. We must not waver. Crush the Emperor's enemies. Well, we'll do what we can.
Here you stand with a blissfully simple task at hand. Hold the line. Butcher the enemy, wave by wave. Offer every cut of the blade, every blast of the gun, every scream of death to the God Emperor. You will have some resources for the defense. Use them well.
Ready to fight.
I don't even know where to position myself, I guess. Kinda here.
one who revels in slaughter in the name of the God Emperor. There is more to come.
Uh-oh.
Another wave beaten, but plenty more left to slay. Use every resource to reinforce the perimeter. You serve the Emperor well, Inquisitor.
We stand victorious. Excuse me. The tides of filth broke against our bulwark and faltered. The howling agents of the archenemy have met their fate at the hands of the anointed servants of the Emperor. Well done, Inquisitor. Next up, we cannot rest. The enemies of mankind are still alive. They seek to escape retribution. Allowing them to flee is treason. We shall not permit that. The remaining Chaos forces have retreated to their landing site. Our forces have pursued them, only to find themselves in the jaws of a trap. The serpents of Chaos have been torn apart. The fabric of reality and demons are surging forth. Stop the unholy invasion and seek and seal their warp rifts.
The agents of the ruinous powers created warp rifts in the area. We have to seal these gates, or we will face a demonic incursion, and we're both aware of the consequences.
Loading. Recoil on speed.
The gate is closing, but reality is still bleeding into the warp. One less gateway into the madness.
I can't figure out what the hell this thing is even shooting at. Keeps like auto-targeting things that aren't even close.
duty can be ungrateful sometimes, but today you saved thousands from damnation, and our last task is to cover this up. Slightly depressing, isn't it?
Final words. With the Emperor's blessing, we have prevailed, and the tides of chaos have been expelled from this place. The post has been secured, and the Ordos reinforcements are inbound. The experiment remains undisturbed, making the battle an undeniable victory. A worthy achievement, Inquisitor. Doesn't really feel like a victory. I've only got 600,000. Grim Penance. Septimus Station has reported the appearance of a Chaos Flotilla with the Khorne insignia. According to the preliminary estimations, the danger is moderate, but the Ordos decided to send an agent to the station as a precaution. That is you, Inquisitor. Defend the Void Station against the invasion. See what I can do. The flotilla has split up. Part of it is in direct collision with the course, with the barracks providing the defense for the station. The other is headed for the main hub. How should we allocate our anti-ship battery firepower? Focus the ships ahead, headed for the HAB module. Split fire between the two groups. Concentrate fire on I feel like splitting between the two groups is not going to be the right thing. I guess focus the ships headed for the HAB module and then have the soldiers try to protect themselves. The Khorne ship headed to the HAB module were shut down, but the civilian population spared. Unfortunately, the raiders have breached the defenses and killed a large portion of the armsmen on the station. Even so, the invaders have been halted with relative ease. Oddly, the enemy numbers are much smaller than expected, at least based on the size of the incoming ships. This prompted a reevaluation concerning the purpose of the raid. So far, we theorized that they were expecting to help from inside, or there may have been a target on, or maybe there may be a target on board worth taking suicidal risk. A small Khorne group has managed to breach the defensive lines and is headed towards the tertiary power core of the station. They doubtlessly intend to cause catastrophic overload. Needs to say, this needs to be stopped. Defend the power core control center. Ah shit, we're doing the Khorne guys again. They can be a real pain in the ass with these defense missions. One, they're really slow, so on easier difficulties it takes forever for the waves to go through, and two, they throw their fire grenades.
There is no greater test to one's mettle than a fight against overwhelming odds. Hold the perimeter. Face the onslaught wave after wave with everything you have. If you die, Inquisitor, die a good death. Thorn out.
Come over here. You come there.
For the Emperor!
Didn't realize you guys also came from down there.
filth lays where it belongs, butchered and beaten. Prepare for the next wave. The filth lays where it belongs, butchered and beaten. Prepare for the next wave.
Now you'll pay, scum! Reloading.
Today is a good day.
The power core is secure and the raiding party have been eliminated. Catastrophe has been averted. While we were occupied by this attempt, the rest of the raiders have fragmented into small groups and dispersed into the maze-like structures of the station. The push for the core may have been a distraction after all, the strange turn of events considering these are followers of Khorne. A group of invaders have been cornered on a storage deck. They appear to have joined by some kind of leader. This gives us the opportunity to capture and perhaps interrogate someone who may know the purpose of the invasion. Clear out the area of hostiles. Let's call it quits here for the day. Starting to get to be about that time, I think. Alright, well, I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.